exciting instalment. I've got two guys coming down from up north this morning. They left at 5 AM, which is a little bit earlier than what we've had to.
Bloody hell.
We're on our way to Viezu, and there's Matt and there's Mike. But Mike I'm really jealous of because he's got an 8-speed gearbox, and he's also having his gearbox remapped as well.
Oh, nice.
Viezu did an amazing remap for the gearbox that they developed on their Predator car, which is supposed to get it up to 70% quicker. And we all know, like, I got a 6-speed box, we all know that in sport mode it changes really quick, right? It's fairly quick. I think it's quick. You want to say there's a car there. So it's quick, right? It's quite responsive. I wonder how fast it's going to be when he has his 8-speed done. It's going to be lightning. So I'm really, really jealous because Viezu do not do a 6-speed remap for the gearbox. I'm going to have to try and make them do it. So I remember my last car was a Mercedes SLK, and that had flappy pedals, and that was really, really poor. This feels a lot more responsive, massively more responsive. So to the point that is, in my SLK I didn't used to use the flappy pedals very much at all, so I used to just go around in automatic. And I know that a lot of fun is taken out of driving when it goes to automatic, right, from the manual gear change. But that's because you've lost control. But if you've got a flappy paddle that is responsive to your touch, you're back in control, right? And this is pretty rapid anyway. Now I know the 8-speed, the shift speed is supposed to be quicker again, which is phenomenal. But then to have Viezu refresh the software to cut that down by a further 70%, they've actually said it's not a subtle change. It's a big change, and they produced it on and developed it on their own Predator car, which was an all-wheel drive F-Type, same engine. They was producing 670 brake horsepower, which is great, right? They got their 0 to 60 time down to 2.8 seconds. When you're shifting gear, there's no power being laid down on the road, so it's just wasted time, right? So the quicker you can shift, the better it is, right? So, and the other thing that will be done from the software flush is the torque limiter. And we all know that there is a torque limit on the gearbox on 3rd gear is around 740 newton meters. Now this after the remap on this, it gives 825 newton meters. So that means my gearbox is limiting me in 3rd gear. That's not good. But the ZF Gearbox, the 8-speed for sure, is rated to 1300 newton meters at a safe running from their manufacturer, and Jag down tune it to 740. So this tune will also lift that. So what Mike's going to get today with his engine tune and gearbox tune, that gearbox is going to allow that engine to open up every bit of torque in every single gear, and every single gear be lightning fast. Let's see what it got to start with.
So we've got 592 brake and 545 foot-pound of torque there.
You excited, Mike? Yeah, we want to see Mike naked. Remember what you said? If it's 600, you'll get naked.
Oh, yes.
Oh!
What is it?
597.
Oh! Is it close enough or not? Nice, okay, he's happy, that's good. Alright, got to check out your gearbox tune then next.
Yeah, we do.
Cool.
See what that's like.
Now it's time for math.
Oh dear.
What?
So Viezu kind of have these units that you can send out to you, and you can actually download the map from your gearbox, send it into them, and they'll remap it, and you can put it back onto your car. So they use HP Tuners software, and I actually know the European manager for HP Tuners, so I'm on to him to try and get a 6-speed gearbox compatible version of the software out of them, because at the moment it's only 8-speed, and myself and Matt are very jealous of Mike at the moment. But yeah, so Mike's had his put on whilst he's had his update, his remapped. So he didn't need one of these, right? So luckily we managed to get a little deal out of it. But Mike, what's your first impression of the responsiveness of the gear change so far?
I feel a bit nippier. I noticed the difference when I pulled it out with the shed, and it went from first to second, it snapped
Right.
a bit quicker. It doesn't help the road was wet, wasn't it?
Yeah, the road is a bit wet.
So
Yeah.
I'll be able to tell when I get on a straight,
Yeah.
and then I can finally unleash that power and see how it goes through the gears.
I mean, they did say it could take some time to bed in, and
Yeah.
So you got like
I've got 200 miles.
200 mile journey home. So
Hopefully it should be. I noticed the difference when I get on the main run. I think
yeah.
it does. Yeah, like when I pulled out the shed though, and it went from first to second, it did snap quicker.
Okay.
Just didn't drive, so hopefully.
Well, you're going to know your car, so at the moment you're there with the different torque
Yeah.
curve and everything like that, and so many differences.
It's
So when you get home, just have a play and
with it. Yeah.
send us a video
Yeah.
so we all know
Yeah.
what it's like. 'Cause the figures seem impressive, so
Yeah.
if you want to see what it's like in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can, no matter where they are, they can send these out worldwide. But it's really hard to find them on their website, I found.
I didn't find anything on their website.
It's in their blog post rather than their shop. It's in their blog post. So
I had to Google actually gearbox maps by Viezu.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it on the website.
and that's how it
Yeah.
took you into the blog post. So yeah, they're kind of missing the trick now. So yeah. So let's see what Mike thinks,
Yeah.
and see if you guys want it, and we'll see if we carry on pushing.
Yeah.
Right, better go because they're coming back. Not that low, though, are you?
Yeah.
Should be right. I don't know what's
Which way to go,
right.
yeah.
Because when he went for a test drive before, he went right.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know what's up there. It's 40.
This is the way we came in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Coming down there?
Yeah.
Oh.
We came from north.
Dog down there. What do you say? What was the gear shift like? Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, the back end's well lively.
Yeah. It's slightly down there as well. Yeah, take it easy. What do you think, Mike? Right, let's just see what yours is like then, Matt.
About 500 brake mark again. $524.
So it's within 10 horsepower of what it made on the dyno dynamics dyno.
Yeah.
Look at the stripes he's put in the back. Seriously, what you like? I've never seen people with such clean cars. Oh no! So close.
Get these bloody things out.
What you did?
We need more weight.
Competition is on. So you could potentially be helping your mate get more brake
Could be
horsepower than you.
600 plus a year.
Stay in your seats until the riders come to a complete stop. So does that mean he's got to go naked if it's 600?
I think
I
so.
said
I think so. That was a deal. That was a deal.
I don't do naked.
Let's see what it's got.
What is it?
595. Oh.
You don't get more, no.
Wow.
599.8. 0.2. 0.2.
So you're looking for 0.2, you're looking for 3.
Yeah, 3 horsepower.
So close, guys. Damn it.
Well, I'm happy with that.
You're happy.
That's what, 600 horsepower.
That's
isn't it?
600.
It is, it's a 600 horsepower car.
As I said, the torque levels out at 503 foot-pound of torque, and then stops at 2.7. With the map on, it carries on all the way through. The torque keeps growing and growing and growing and growing, all the way to 4.2, 4,200 revs. So you have gained, from this point, 504 foot-pound of torque to 622 foot-pound of torque. So you are up 118 foot-pound of torque.
Which equates to 843 newton meters.
Phenomenal.
It's massive.
If we look at the peak horsepower, you're up 85 horsepower. In the middle, you've gone from 419 to nearly 100 brake.
What rev range was that, James?
That is at 4,300 revs.
Wow.
You're
Extra 100 brake horsepower.
100 brake horsepower, yeah. Which is phenomenal. And as you can see, it grows all the way up, all the way around. More than happy with that.
There she
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy that on the road.
Yeah.
Good garden.
Anything for a good photo, eh, James?
Exactly right.
He hasn't had a drive yet. Don't pour it on the way home. Like,
Tell you what, he's driving to the petrol station.
it's just dry now. Yeah. Cool. Well, really nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, spot on.
If you have Boris Johnson,
See
thing,
you
sure.
again soon. Get yourselves up north.
Yeah, we will.
Definitely.
I want to see it go on the roads that you
More
guys
than
got.
welcome. Come up ours.
These guys got really good roads. They get to use their
Good
600
roads,
brake
good
horsepower.
scenery.
Not many
So
speed
he's in his
cameras.
element, you're in
Nice.
your element.
Hell yeah.
Really nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, spot on.
Have a nice drive home.
Yeah, thanks for
You can cut that bit.
Okay. See you later.
That's a wrap.
Bye.
Hey guys, I've got a quick video put together on behalf of my friend Shane, who's also putting a video together regarding our follow-up trip to Viezu with my Jaguar XFR. I also went with another close friend of mine who also has a Jaguar XFR, and both cars were done at the same time, remapped. So Shane's asked me to put a bit of video together, but before I do start that, I just want to say anyone that has a Jaguar XFR or Jaguar V8 and are looking for a remap or whatnot, the guys at Viezu is the place to go. They have transformed mine and my friend's car. Well, to put it bluntly, both cars have left with 600 horsepower, a significant increase. So we've walked away very happy. Both cars standard. They had the supercharger pulley and panel filters, and they put out about 520 horses before map. Viezu did the magic, put their map on it, 600 horsepower, 80 horsepower increase. But not only was the horsepower significant, the torque. I got an extra 100 pounds-foot of torque, and I think my friend in his Jaguar was the same. So now that both cars are running 845 newton meters of torque, which is about 625 pounds-foot, and it's very impressive. But Shane's also asked me to do a video because not only did they get the engine map, mine is the later 8-speed box, so I had the gearbox map done as well. And he's just asked me to do a bit of video of what I thought about it. So the gearbox, what do I think? Well, it's a bit of a funny one. I went first for the map, and then when my car had done, I got my friends got set up on the rolling road, and while he's getting set up, they told me to take mine for a test drive and see what I thought. So I went for a test drive, but during the test drive, I did have a full car. But as soon as I pulled it out the Viezu workshop, I did notice a difference when I selected it from reverse to drive, and I set off, and first to second gear was a bit nippy, a bit sharper. But then, that afterwards, I totally forgot about the gearbox, because as soon as I got on the open road and I managed to unleash it a little bit, the only thing I've noticed was the amount of power, the extra power it had. And this, I was, bear in mind, I did have a full car, and still the power was so noticeable, it was unbelievable. It was only till Shane said to me, he goes, I guess you like the power. I was like, yeah. I said, what do you think about the gearbox? I was like, God, I totally forgot. I didn't even notice. So after he said that, I had a bit of a panic. I thought, he said to me, what do you think? I said, it is a bit sharper, it is a bit crisper, but I said it's not, I haven't significantly noticed a big difference. So anyway, we drove back to Viezu, and I asked the guys in Viezu, I said, is the gearbox map, is it noticeable straight away, or does it take a bit, He said you should notice a little bit, but I said it's only milliseconds. I said, right. I said I'll give it, take it when I go home. I'll find out, see what it's like. So obviously I had a 200-mile round trip to get home. I had a good play on the motorway, flappy panels, sport box, auto, all different gearbox combinations you can think of. And like I said, it definitely is a bit sharper, a bit quicker, but it's not a significant amount, if I'm being honest. One thing I did notice, it does hold your gears a lot longer, and it downshifts a lot quicker. in sports, just not manual sports, automatic sports. It does downshift a lot quicker, which is quite good. But like I say, it's not. If you are interested in a gearbox map, don't expect massive amount difference, because the noticeable effects are very minimal. Do I think it's worth it? I'm not sure. I think it's a lot of money for not a lot of gains, if I'm being honest. But I don't know how it'd work with the engine map, because it's the guys at Viezu said with the gearbox map it helps unleash the torque on your gearbox and whatnot. So without trying it without the gearbox map, I don't know. I don't know what it'd run like. I don't know if it'd be any different. I don't know what the power delivery would be like or anything like that. I don't know. But as it stands, if you are looking to get a gearbox map, and if you are wanting a better, faster gearbox, then yeah, get it done. Like I say, it is better, it is quicker, it is a bit sharper. But if you're expecting big gains, don't, because it's you won't notice it, basically. Anyway, I hope this video helps anyone out who's looking to have a gearbox map on their Jaguar XFR, or anyone with a ZF box on the Jaguar. I'll leave it over to Shane. Cheers.
Thank you, Mike, for the video. That's really good. I'm so glad the maps turned out as well as mine have. Anyway, disappointing on the gearbox. Obviously, we were all hoping for a much bigger change. But I guess if you had a BMW gearbox with the same, ZF8 Gearbox, their software I don't think is as good as the Jaguar software, so you'd see a bigger change in them. But yeah, the Jaguar gearbox shift is already rapid, so I guess if you're saving time on an already rapid change, it's less noticeable, I guess. Unless you're competing. If you're competing, it's different. On a quarter of a mile run, you can save 0.2 seconds on your time. That's been proven by Viezu. I know that 0.2 seconds is nothing in everyday life, but if you're competing, 0.2 seconds is everything, right? I know from racing go-karts, if I mess up one gear change on one corner, you could lose 3 places by the time you get to the next corner, and it's so frustrating. So I guess if you're on a track, every gear shift is everything, and if you're saving 1/10 of a second on every gear shift, that's massive over a whole like lap on your time, and that's when you're going to see the benefits. So if you're really driving aggressively or competitively, or you're doing that quarter mile run and stuff like that, you're going to definitely notice that time. If you're driving to work or round to the shops, then no, you're not going to notice 1/10 of a second each shift. You're not going to notice it. But when you're behind someone's ass and you're trying to overtake or line them up, you'll notice every single time you're getting that tiny bit closer. That's the competitive edge, right? And we're always striving for that. If you're trying to get the absolute best and most out of your car, like Mike said, if it is sharper, it is quicker. If you're trying to get that, go for it. Definitely go for it. What else have you got? If you're just driving to the shops, then maybe not. So yeah, I understand, Mike. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, but I know a lot of us out there are striving for every little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. At the moment, I haven't got that option because they don't do the 6-speed box remap. So we'll see what happens. If they do it, I'll still be tempted to do it because maybe it's more of a gain on the ZF6 box because it's not as quick as the ZF8. So I'm still jealous. Still jealous. Anyway, so yeah. So let's see what they do. But yeah, thank you very much for your video, and I hope the whole video has helped other people out there for the remap and whether they want to choose for a gearbox tune or not. I definitely found it interesting, and yeah, so cool. Anyway, there's going to be more videos coming up, lots of stuff coming up. So so stay tuned, subscribe, hit like. I do like it when you like it, which is kind of cool, but I also like it when you subscribe. So please. Anyway, speak to you later, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Really weird timing, but I've just had a message whilst we've been recording that video from the European manager of HP tuners who do the base software for tuning the box that Viezu use. He said unfortunately they only do the ZF8 because they're not sure what the appetite is for the 6-speed box. So if we can put a business case together, they will look into developing that software. So if you have a ZF6 gearbox and are interested in tuning it and getting it up closer to the ZF8 or further, I don't know what's achievable. If you're interested, comment below, let me know, and we can try and see if we get enough numbers together and send it to HP tuners and go, come on, we want more, right? So if you're interested, let me know, because then I can get my gearbox tuned, and so can you too. So let me know, please. All right. Thank you very much, and I'll keep pushing this because I think there's a lot more that can be done with that ZF6 gearbox. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm here for you. I'm here for myself as well, but I'm here for the whole community. But let's keep this going, right? Thank you very much. Speak to you later. Bye.